No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio. Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Put the phone down and switch the radio off. Ridiculous, scandalous, stupid.
Now it's time for Kids After Midnight.
We stop everything. Oh, blimey, we're still in the cave. We stop everything and we go to line 1. You're on the wireless.
Good evening, this is Pitcherfield with Absolute Baseball. In weekend action, Texas beat the Astros 10-1 despite a pigeon at home base in the 9th. You can see the video on MLB.com. Also, it was Boston over San Francisco 5-1, the Yankees over the Dodgers 8-6, the Phillies over Toronto 11-2, and the Mets over the Twins 6-0. Tonight, it's Toronto and the Indians. So, till next time, see you in the bullpen.
So this is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. Why does my microphone look wonky? That's only going to give me bad. My chakras are unaligned because there's a wonky microphone in front of me. Look at that, Robbie. What the hell is going on?
That's awful.
How is this even broadcasting? Something has gone wrong.
People have been playing with it.
Oh, I hate people. I just hate people. I'll end that sentence. There. No, that's just made it lower. There's got to be something we can do to...
We'll sort it in the record.
Okay, we'll sort it in the record. Good weekend, Robbie?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, it was right. It's hot, isn't it? Isn't
very
it hot?
hot?
It's hot. I'm not going to say it's too hot, because I don't like it when people say it's too hot, but it's very hot.
It's been too hot for sleeping.
Yes, there's one thing that has been excluded from my life is sleeping, partly because of this heat, and partly because I've still got this sodding cough. I've still got this cough. And I'm here with cough sweets, which I thought were strawberry, because they come in a red packet. They're not.
No.
They're a horrible flavour. And I've got my cough spray, but I've just realised it's broken. The nozzle came off the cough spray, and I clipped it back on, but now it just kind of it just drips out.
It's just drooping.
So that's no use. Well, so I've finally succumbed. I'm going to the doctors on Wednesday. Maybe they can, give me a tablet?
Maybe, yeah.
A tablet would be good.
Yeah.
Something. I've literally... That's a lie. I've had some sleep. I've had very little sleep, because every 20 seconds, sorry, it's... and, and you go back to lie down and... all bloody night. It's awful.
It's a nightmare.
It's a waking nightmare. And now, because I've had it for a few weeks, this cough, now I'm getting paranoid that people have passed away recently. I'm now getting paranoid, thinking I've got something really wrong with me, which is making it even worse. I'm getting anxious, thinking, oh my God, I've got something wrong with me that's quite serious. Man alive. So this will be a cough special tonight, dear listener. If you just want to phone up and cough on the air with me, you're more than welcome to. The worst thing about this is, there is no... You know when you do a good cough, and it's like, oh, that was good, I've got that. There's no relief. There's no relief from it. I cough, and I think, oh, I need to cough again.
Have you gone for a really big cough?
I've done the big coughs, I've done the small coughs, I've been eating lots of ice. I had a load of ice cream last night to soothe my throat, and it works for about 5 minutes, and then it goes. But I misjudged the amount of ice cream in the tub, and I thought there was less than there was, so I was pouring double cream all over it, just to make it tasty. And as soon as I started eating it, I thought, oh Christ, there's twice as much ice cream here than I thought there was. But I can't put it back in the freezer because now it's got cream poured all over it. So I had to eat double the ice cream.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
What else would you do?
You couldn't do anything with it. But apart from that, I've had a good weekend. I went and saw... I went to my mum's... my mum lives in a home. She's not very well. And there was a lovely fete there that was opened by Bill Turnbull, the BBC Breakfast host. And he turned up late, was there for 5 minutes, and then he went.
Oh, wow, that's not good.
Well, it's not good. Part of me thinks, well, it's kind of good, because he's not getting any money for it, I'm sure, and he's just, he's... But then part of me thinks, it's not brilliant, is it?
If you say you're going to do something, don't be late.
Don't be late. Come on in time and do it. So this is one of the things tonight, dear listener. What celebrities have you seen... I'm good, Robbie. Robbie knows I've come with nothing to the party this evening, and everything that we're saying now is off the hoof. But let me just jot this down. What celebrities have you seen opening fates? And the smaller the celebrity, the better, I think. Have you ever seen any celebrities opening fates?
I
remember when I was a little boy, Very little boy, like 5 or 6. And Ed Stewpot Stewart was opening a fete. Now, you're a radio geek. Do you know who he is? Okay, good. You're a young man, but you're a geek, and that means you're aware of him. And I was really excited, and my mum and dad said, we can go and say hello to him. At any point, we can go and say... And I was like, yeah. Then when we got there, I was too scared to go and say hello to him, and I couldn't do it. I didn't speak to Ed Stewpot Stewart.
Remember JK and Joel that used to work here? They opened something, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, no.
When they used to work on the little station back in Hull.
Yeah.
They were cutting the old ribbon at something, but I can't remember what it was.
I had to open a sale at a carpet shop in Milton Keynes once when I was Iain in Black Thunder in Milton Keynes, and I had to go and open this fete and do this fete and play like songs and stuff. And I had to set up right? Just me. I turned up in this Jeep and I had to set up a PA system and open this fete, and it didn't really. It wasn't really going very well. Not many people turned up, and I hadn't been doing this job on this radio station for very long. And then the organisers started having a go at me, saying, well, of course, if Russ... There was a guy before me who was called Russ. If Russ was here, we'd have got a much bigger audience. It's your fault. I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm getting paid 25 quid for this.
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm here... I'm doing this. I'm hating myself for being here. I don't want to be doing it. And you're having a go at me.
I know, I did a similar thing at a garden fete once, and about 4 people showed up.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not your fault.
Well, no, I even plugged it on the show.
Yeah, well...
maybe it was my fault. Yeah.
So, celebrities you've seen opening fates, dear listener, is one of the things. Also, as we've mentioned, it is very, very, very hot. So, it sounds a little bit local radio, but I don't give a stuff. Tips for staying cool. Tips for staying cool.
Nice.
I would imagine that a small bag of peas in your shoe would keep you cool for an hour, wouldn't it?
Would you fit them in your shoe, though?
Right, just maybe some peas. That's 6 frozen peas. Or some Brussels sprouts. If you haven't got ice cubes, why not put a frozen Brussels sprout in your drink? That'll keep it cool and will make it taste nice as well. Tips for keeping cool. Also this weekend, it was very good. I saw 2 concerts. I went to the Hyde Park on Sunday and saw the Paul McCartney and the Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Yeah.
Very good. I left during Hey Jude. Couldn't be bothered with that.
Too long, isn't it?
It's too long. 12 minutes.
It's a good toilet song.
It's a good toilet song. What song did we go to? There was a toilet song. Oh, bloody, oh, blada. That was our toilet song. As soon as he played that, I went to my mate's bench. Should we go to the loo? Yeah, OK, fine. And also on Saturday, a slightly better concert, I would say. I went to see They Might Be Giants at the Royal Festival Hall.
Wow.
And it was full of... There were like 1,000 people there. And it was all geeky men in their mid-30s who were quite shy and awkward with their girlfriends.
Girlfriends?
With girlfriends. It was 1,000 me's. It was all me. I was looking around thinking, yeah, these are my people. And it was the friendliest concert I've ever been to, in that people just kept coming up to me and saying, all right, Iain, how's it going? Like the show? But everyone was being very friendly and very nice. And just kind of, there was no, excuse me, mate, I'm sitting there. Or, I was next in line for the... everyone was being very friendly, very cooperative and very helpful. It was lovely.
I heard us talking about small talk last week.
Yes, maybe. I think maybe there was some of that.
Contact.
There was a little bit of eye contact. The best bit of the show, though, was... Because They Might Be Giants, who I interviewed last week, and it'll be played out maybe the end of this week, possibly next week. I will give you good warning when we know it's happening. But they're very geeky men. They're kind of like sort of 50 years old, and they're very geeky, sort of New York glasses, bit nerdy.
Yeah.
And they're playing their kind of clever post-punk avant-garde New York pop. And then about 5 songs in, John Flansburgh, who is it's very geeky, suddenly started effing and jeffing. Come down to the MF front! I want you effers down here! I want to see... What kind of... It was very, very rude.
Whoa.
Very rude, but it was brilliant. It's like, what the hell? And everyone rushed to the stage at the Royal Festival Hall, and you could see security, who had been gently herding people back into their seats, going... Oh, no, what are we going to do? What do we do? What do we do? And they kind of made a half-hearted attempt to gently get people back into their seats. But there were 1,000 people pushing down the front. So, this is what we've got tonight, dear listener. Some random stuff, we'll get there. Tips for staying cool in the heat. The more unusual, the better. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Celebrities that you have seen opening fates, or the naffest thing you have seen happening at a fete. I was having to go on the tombola. I'd forgotten how to do a tombola. I was playing tombola. I did raffles.
You've forgotten how to do a tombola?
I forgot. I didn't know what it was. You buy like 5 goes and you take tickets out, don't you? I've forgotten. It's been so long. And also celebrities you have seen at pop concerts, because at this pop concert, not only was I there was also the Phil Jupitus, there was also the Steve Punt. Yeah. And there was also someone else. I can't think who it was. I don't know. Anyway, sad news. I just found out that Peter Quaife of the Kinks died on Friday. So here's a lovely Kink song for Peter Quaife.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Let's kick this thing in the backside, shall we, boys and girls? Zoe is in London. Good evening, Zoe.
Hi,
Hey, Zoe, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, apart from this blooming annoying cough that won't go away.
Oh, I've got one of those.
How long have you had your cough for?
Just a couple of days.
I've had it for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks! I pray to God that the doctor on Wednesday will give me a tablet. That's all I want, is a tablet that will cure me. That's not much to ask for, is it, Zoe?
The magic antibiotic.
The magic and antibiotics. They are magic. There's I can't remember who said it. Is it Arthur C. Clarke? But to misquote someone whose name I can't remember, if technology is advanced enough, it's indiscernible. Is that a word? From magic. And the antibiotic is like magic. How does it know? How does it know where you're ill and what's wrong with you, Zoe?
I don't know.
It's amazing. Whoever invented that, I believe his name was actually Sven Antibiotic from Sweden. I believe that was the gentleman who invented it. I could be wrong. Just like, did you know who invented pockets, Zoe?
Mr. Pocket?
That is correct. This is a true story. Pockets were invented in 1968 by Tobias Pockets. I think he was a Dutch gentleman. It's a fact, kids. Go and look it up on Wikipedia if you don't believe me. Pockets were invented in 1968. Anyway, Zoe, we're going off on a tangent here. What the blimmin' hell do you want with me?
I went to see They Might Be Giants on Saturday.
Well done, you. How old are you, Zoe? Let me guess, 22?
I'm 14.
14! Oh, well done. Fair play. Did you go of your own accord, or did your dad drag you along?
My dad offered me the chance to go.
And did you go to the adult show in the evening?
No, because we were going to see Blondie in the evening.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah,
you're
two
born,
shows one day.
You were born 30 years too late, young lady. This is fantastic. So, the daytime show, they didn't have any of the swears in, did they?
No.
Oh, okay, that was very sweary in the evening.
Did your show have the silver floaty animals?
We did have the silver floaty animals in the... Yes, at the start.
What?
There were silver floaty animals floating around. And they were so good. My wife wants one. My wife wants one.
Everyone wants one.
But, yes, I know. It was very exciting. Did your show have the puppets?
Yes. The avatars.
Yeah, the avatars, yeah. They were good. They're brilliant.
But they
Might
didn't
Be
sing
Giants.
Puppet Head.
They didn't?
No.
What did they sing when they sang... They sang one song off the new album, and I can't remember what the other one was. But they were good. They're good, They Might Be Giants. I thought, if anything, it was a little bit short, the show. Yeah. I thought it could have done with being a little bit longer, but very, very exciting. Can you believe they're 50 years old?
No.
The guy, John Linnell, the tiny guy on the keyboards, is about 52, I think. And John Flansburgh, the other John, is, I think, 48, 49, something like that.
They're really cool, though.
They're really cool. And I love that nerdy, geeky kind of pop rock thing. I think it's wonderful. We're going to play a song in the next hour, a They Might Be Giant song, which I don't think I've heard on the radio, and is a pop classic. And so we're going to play we've got an unexpected They Might Be Giant song after midnight, I believe. 11, hang on. What day is it today? It's after 11, Zoe.
Exciting stuff.
Exciting stuff. I did buy a T-shirt, even though they were 18 quid.
Me too.
Which one did you get?
Did you get the white one or the blue one?
I got the white one.
Me too.
Yeah, the 8-Bit Rock. It's the coolest T-shirt ever, man. But
it's really cool.
I've got there's a tiny little hole, tiny little tear in the sleeve, which is that's 2 washes, and that'll be a huge hole.
Yeah, but it means yours is unique.
Yeah. She's good, man.
Yeah.
Zoe's good. Zoe, you can call in any time you want. Okay, this is what we're doing tonight, dear listeners. We're giving 3 golden passes, and anyone who gets one of these golden passes can call in at any point and jump the queue, and we'll get on air immediately at any point for while I'm still here at Absolute Radio. So, the next 3 or 4 months. So, Zoe,
yeah,
you have the very first ever Iain Lee golden pass.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel, Zoe?
I feel brilliant, and I especially like the theme music.
There we go. That's it, dear listener. You too could win one of the 2 remaining just stops there. It's annoying there. You could win. There's 2 remaining golden passes. There will only ever be, Zoe, 3 golden passes in existence. And the other 2 golden passes may be given out tonight. They might not be given out tonight. I will give them out when I choose. But Zoe, you have the best golden pass because it is golden pass 001. That's what you got, baby. You got it. Thank you for calling, Zoe.
Bye-bye.
And restoring my faith in humankind. Isn't that exciting? She's 14 years old.
Yeah, and she's into proper music.
She's into proper music. The coolest person I've ever spoken to in my life. More of your calls after this. It's Fleetwood Mac. I'm such an old man. This song reminds me of Magic. You're listening to... What's their frequency? 105.8?
4.
Oh, is it? Oh, no, that's us, isn't it?
Wait, yeah.
You're listening to Magic 105.4. Don't forget Foxy on in the breakfast. But now, Fleetwood Mac and Those Little Lies. Yeah, I'm going to get even more magic now. That song is dedicated to Mrs. Morris. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Mrs. Morris. I think that's her name. I don't know if that's her name, if I'm completely honest.
Okay.
I'm kind of assuming there, and I don't know what her first name is, but Mrs. Morris.
There will be a Mrs. Morris whose birthday it is today.
Who's in a car with her young beardy son. That could be happening as we speak. If it is happening, literally, what are the chances of that? Probably 1 billion to 1. But if it is happening that there is a Mrs. Morris in a car with her young beardy son who is celebrating her birthday today, then that song was for you and for you only. Everyone else can get stuffed. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Let's go to... I don't really want to talk to any of these people on the line, if I'm honest. Apart from Pauline. Pauline looks nice. Hello, Pauline.
Hello.
Hello, Pauline.
Hello.
Hello there, Pauline. Can you turn your radio off, Pauline? Jesus Christ. Sure. What?
Yeah.
Oh, Pauline, you're 46, aren't you?
No.
Older?
Yeah.
52?
No.
56?
I'm 62.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What are you doing listening to this rubbish?
I don't know. I just turned it on because there was nothing else on the television that I wanted to watch.
Can I just say, hasn't the TV recently been utter guff? If you don't like sport, you're screwed.
That's right.
It's the World Cup. We're a World Cup free zone, by the way, kids. And it's Wimbledon, 2 of the dullest tournaments in the world on simultaneously.
I know.
And the cricket's on as well, I think.
Everything's
It's not, is it?
Is on now, yeah.
God.
Nothing else is on.
Oh, my
You turn Sky on, it's all repeat, so might as well give up.
I tell you what was good. I found a new channel, the CBS Reality, right, on Sky. And on Saturday, they were showing between 11 a.m., maybe a bit earlier, actually, 10 a.m., till 3 p.m. That's 5 hours. 5 hours of Judge Judy.
Really?
Oh, man alive. Oh, man alive. It was sweet. The cases are real. The people are real. The decisions are final. Judge Judy. There is a great Judge Judy, which I will try and find in a minute on YouTube, where she has Johnny Rotten on there.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Fantastic.
It's very good. We'll have a look at that. Anyway, Pauline, sorry, we're having a chitty chat here, and we're literally wasting your time. What have you got for us, Pauline?
Right, I was listening to you about your cough.
Oh, yes?
I've had this cough for about 2 months.
See, that doesn't that worry you?
No, I went to the doctors and
Yeah.
I had antibiotics and everything and it didn't help.
Oh, well, God.
And I kept coughing and I thought something actually was wrong with me.
Yeah, well, you
because
got
I go
cough.
into a spasm of cough.
A spasm?
Yeah.
You had a spasm of cough? Oh, my God, this is not
Just
good.
cough and cough and cough and cough and can't stop, and then it stops.
Cough and cough and cough and cough?
Yeah.
Well, aren't there a film
And
solicitor
especially
somewhere?
at night when I'm in bed, I
Yes.
just cough and cough.
Cough and
and you
cough
know what
and
it
cough.
is?
And then he said something very rude there. Yes, Pauline, I don't know what it
It's
is.
hay fever.
It's what?
Hay fever.
A fever?
Yeah.
The fever of A's? Is it?
It is.
Oh.
What happens is your sinus,
Yes.
okay, and it drains to the back of your throat.
Oh, no, that sounds horrible.
I know it does, but that's what happens.
I'm going to ask... Okay,
and
listen.
it goes on your chest.
Pauline, I've got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
People of a nervous disposition and Mrs. Morris, put your fingers in your ears. I'm going to ask a vulgar question.
Oh.
Pauline,
Yeah.
green or white?
Sorry?
The stuff you were coughing up, was it green or was it white?
Well, I'm not coughing up anything.
You're
It's
not
just
coughing up
like-
anything?
It's just like phlegm, but it's no colour at all. It's not infection, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a phlegm on your chest, where your sinus is drained to the back of your throat.
I don't want it.
And it's gone on your chest.
So you're gonna cough until it's winter? That's what you're saying?
No, I've got... Well, it's beginning to ease off now.
Yeah.
Because someone told me what to do.
Yeah. Tell me, Pauline. Give me the secret.
They told me to get the Vicks inhaler. There's a little inhaler called a Vicks. Okay.
Pauline,
right?
I actually love
and
you.
It's $2.99 in Boots.
And is that the one that goes up the nose,
you
nail
it in, and it's for allergic reaction as well.
Yes.
And I nail it, and when I'm coughing, I nail it, and it stops. As simple as that.
And this is the one that goes up the nose?
Yeah, you just inhale it when you feel as if you want to cough.
I normally carry one of those around with me
Yeah.
at all times.
It's got allergic reaction written on it as well.
And sorry, Pauline, how long have you been a doctor?
Not long. I've never been a doctor.
Oh, you're just...
But somebody told me about this, and I tried it, and it works for me.
Pauline, I absolutely love you. Feel free to call us anytime you want, although you're not getting a golden pass.
I know.
But
I
thank
don't
you very
care.
much, Pauline. Ta-ta. Don't care. Unbelievable. Robbie, say something, please.
I had a long cough. It lasted for 3 months. In the end, the doctor gave me a proper asthma inhaler to try and fix it.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
That's just long enough. Well done. Good lad. Rob is in Ponders End. Good evening, Rob.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Say happy birthday to Mrs. Morris.
Hello, Mrs. And happy birthday,
Happy
Mrs.
birthday.
Morris.
Don't say hello. I don't want you to start a conversation with her. Just say happy birthday to her.
Okay, who's Mrs. Morris?
No, it don't matter. There's bound to be a Mrs. Morris somewhere in a car with their young beardy son speeding through the streets of the United Kingdom somewhere celebrating their birthday. There's bound to be, Rob. The laws of probability say it's almost definitely happening somewhere. So just be nice to wish her a happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday, Mrs. Morris. I hope you're having a great day and all that.
Can I just say, for
blah,
Mrs.
blah.
Morris, who may not have heard the show before, Rob claims to have levitated in a police station in St Albans.
Yes.
And you were drawing sex whilst you were in prison.
Yeah.
And a bug fell on you from another dimension.
Something like that.
Excellent. What have you got for us tonight, Rob?
Well, yeah, I was in a prison. Okay,
Yeah.
you know, which is, usually for sort of someone like me, banging me up is probably a good idea. But anyway, I was in this jail, and Little Hay is a horrible place.
Yeah.
And I walked out of my cell onto the landing,
yes.
to place my arms on the balustrade there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this guy steps out from behind the stairway on the other side of the wing, and fired what I can only describe as two hot bolts of energy directly at me, in through my eyes. And my head rocked back.
Yeah, of course it would do if you're getting two hot bolts of energy fired in through your eyes. Yes.
Yeah. It was I mean, if I wasn't sort of like, so completely taken away with the idea that this had happened in the first place, I would have been, completely bowled over. But I mean, and
by the way, kids, he believes this. When those beams of light entered your eyes, did you develop any special powers? Could you speak to the dead? Could you walk through walls? What happened?
Iain.
Rob.
Yeah, listen, I've got something to do with military intelligence, mate.
Of course you have, Rob. Thank you very much. We're asking, has a celebrity ever opened a fate of yours? This can't be true. I watched Phil Mitchell open a local car boot. He just said, yeah, it's open now. Then he walked about. I think he felt a bit silly. I wanted to punch him because he ain't as tough as he makes out, says Jim. Because he's not as tough as he makes out. He's acting. That's called acting. That's what he does.
I DJ'd somewhere, and Janine Butcher was the celebrity guest.
Janine Butcher, now. Here's an interesting thought. She's quite dirty, isn't she? In the character.
Yeah, but in real life, she's really nice.
I'm sure she's lovely, but she looks, Anyway, with that in mind, here's the Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, whatever. Very excitingly, Mark has posted on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show, John Lydon on Judge Judy. I've just heard the funniest thing. I will play it immediately after these.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Right.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Judge Judy is one of my favourite shows of all time, okay? And for those who don't know, it's always on ITV2.
Brilliant.
And it is brilliant. Although, all the people in the audience,
yeah,
they're actors.
What?
I know, it's weird, isn't it? Apparently this is true. Because I was trying to get... When I was going to New York once, I was trying to get tickets for it. I ended up getting tickets for Maury Povich. Man, that was the worst day of my life. I wish I never... Anyway, we don't talk about what happened at Maury Povich, okay? But Judge Judy, they're all actors in the audience, which is very, very odd. Anyway.
But you've been an actor.
Exactly. But so she's a judge, and people go there with small claims up to $5,000 that the people are real, the cases are real, the decisions are final, okay? And and they go and put their case, and there is Bert, who's like a little sidekick, and it's genuinely brilliant, okay? I'm going to play a little clip from this. I'll play the intro, then I'll play this very funny bit where she tells Lydon off. So John Lydon, on Judge Judy. Hang on. Here we go.
Yeah, this is case number 260 on the calendar in the matter of Williams versus Lydon.
It's John Lydon from the Sex Pistols.
Have a seat. Have a seat, ma'am.
Mr. Williams, according to your complaint, sir, you were hired by the defendant as a drummer in his band.
That's correct.
Okay, so then this guy goes on and puts forward his case, okay? And then let's just jump forward a little bit to 1 minute, 45.
Back from the tour.
That's hearsay. Just a second.
I'd like proof of that.
Mr. Lydon.
Well, actually, when I had brought that up to
Let's listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lydon, shh.
You cannot bring in through the back door of a trial hearsay.
Let's just jump forward a bit.
Were.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Mr.
And I'm
Lydon.
apparently...
She's telling Johnny Rotten off. Here we go.
Up with. You must understand, these are small nightclub gigs, and we're travelling vast journeys on a tour bus. We're not staying overnight in most of the towns.
Now, Mr.
There's
Lydon, I
no
don't have
point in me wasting money on separate individual hotel rooms
I don't have
when
a problem.
I'm perfectly able to share,
Mr.
and I'm
Lydon.
apparently the pop star.
Do me a favor. Don't talk over me. I'm not arguing with you with regard to the hotel room.
Right, fine.
I don't
Where's
believe
the
that you have...
assault?
I don't believe that you have any responsibility.
Right, let's jump to the end and
him.
let's find out what her decision is. Let's go to the end. Let's get to 7 minutes. This is wonderful. I'm going to go home and watch this.
Possible that you used one or two of his things for 1 day? Or 2 days?
99% no.
But maybe you did. I'm not satisfied, sir, that you were fired without
Oh.
cause. I'm not satisfied that you were, in
Is
fact,
John gonna win
assaulted,
it?
because
Is he gonna
anyone
win
that
it?
was assaulted in a way that you say you were assaulted would have reported first thing in the morning or an hour later to an emergency room, which you did not. I am therefore dismissing your lawsuit. That's all.
Yes!
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Fairly obvious conclusion.
Then they get... This is brilliant. Then they get... I didn't know this was on it. There's then a bit when they finish. Fairly obvious conclusion. There's a bit at the end where they get to talk to the camera about what happened in the case. So here we go. This is... let's have Johnny Rotten talking about it. Here we go.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Fairly obvious conclusion. This is an insane business, and people tend to be a bit whack. I understand no. Judge Judy understands no. Mr. Williams doesn't.
No one will ever speak up against him or stand up for themselves, and that was what essentially I was doing.
I think he'd be better as a painter and decorator.
Brilliant. Well done. John Lydon there. Fantastic. Good work. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Steve Spaniels. You got cut off. You're back on. You weren't the first caller. Never mind.
I
Never
know.
mind.
It don't bother me. Just basically wanted to ring up because I've had a good weekend, but I've had a really rubbish weekend at the same time.
Well, that sounds like what I like to call a paradox. How is this possible, Steve?
Well, the thing is...
By the way, can I just say, I've got a little bit excited. I realised why I've got excited.
Why?
I'm having a sugar and caffeine rush. I'm drinking a Sprite, and I don't really drink fizzy pop. I'm having a little bit of a...
There isn't any caffeine in Sprite.
Is there no caffeine in Sprite?
No, it says it specifically, no caffeine on the side.
Where does it say that?
On the tin.
There's no caffeine in it. Okay, but I'm having a sugar rush then.
Oh, yes.
Imagine what I'd be like on caffeine. Oh, I'd be peeing up the walls, I would, literally. Steve Spaniels.
Well, imagine having Red Bull, Relentless, Pro Plus, followed by loads of coffee, a night shift, and then a whole day of going to France, and then a whole night in a nightclub, and then another day of drinking all day long.
And then doing a load of cocaine and speed! Ah!
Oh,
no, sorry, no.
Sweet. No, not that last bit, no. No, I just really feel like this weekend has just been a complete, absolute joke.
Come on, Steve. Unburden yourself on me.
Yeah, I'm unburdening myself.
Pleasant
I've been waiting all weekend to speak to you, Mr. Lee.
All right, we'll get to the point, Steve.
Right, I went out on the pool with a few mates of mine.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And all these girls are so interested in me.
Oh,
but then when it comes down to the paperwork,
what?
They run a mile.
You got to do paperwork these days?
No, you know what I mean. When it comes down to the basis, they just run a mile. It's like...
Well, I don't know what you mean.
The
The bases...
i.e., do they want to meet up again or exchange their phone numbers?
But I'm guessing I'm guessing you're an ugly man.
Yeah, I'm an ugly, absolute, fat, overweight kid.
There you go, Steve Spaniels. That is your problem.
But then I've spoken to one of my mates tonight, and she said to me, I'm not fat, I'm not overweight, I'm not ugly or anything else. If she was single, she would have had me. But
one of the callers just
I
dropped
don't want to hear
I
that.
want to get that back. Well, that if I was single, I'd go out with you kind of thing. Is we all know that's nonsense. If someone really meant that, they would dump the person they are with.
Precisely, that's what I say.
Okay, well, Steve, I'm so glad I'm not in the dating game anymore. I was never good at dating. Was always very nervous around girls. Then I got on telly. And suddenly, even though I was going out with someone, suddenly, girls that were way, 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 way out of my league were sort of cracking on and showing interest in me, which was very flattering, but was also ultimately pointless. A, because I was going out with someone, and B, because I was wise enough to know that it was just because I used to appear on a little box in their living room, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky that I'm married and that is sorted, and we have our family at home, and that's it. And that's the dating game is over, Steve Spaniels.
Yep.
For me, but for you, you're just
see. When I worked in nightclubs,
yeah,
I had no problem. But then, same as you, they only come to me because I worked in their nightclub and they saw me on a regular basis.
Well,
now I work in a Japanese bank. No one gets to see me apart from the gorgeous girls, and I will not mention their names because I know they listen to the show.
The beautiful Japanese ladies.
No. These are proper Brits.
Racist. You're racist. Well. Yeah, go on.
And
Steve.
Well,
listen, pull your socks up. Get over it. One day you'll be like me. You'll be married. You'll have a kid at home, and that'll be it. Game over. All right. Enjoy it while you've got it, Spaniels. Enjoy it while you've got it. Let's go to Crouch End near me and Jake. Hello, Jake.
Hello there, mate.
Hello. I'm just going to Jake. Robbie, could you say something? I just need to cough. I'm going to take my microphone down. So just speak for 10 seconds, Robbie.
Back to this whole dating thing. When I used to DJ in the old nightclubs, no one ever came up to me and asked me for my number. It's just rubbish.
Jake, what can I do for you?
You say that you've never strayed. I got a name for you to conjure with, mate. Sharon Kaufman mean anything to you?
Sharon who?
Sharon Kaufman. Sharon Kaufman.
Does it mean anything to me?
Well, you say you never strayed. I think I'm going to got a name for you, Sharon Kaufman. That ring any bells with you?
No, it doesn't. No.
Asda's and Maidstone ring any bells? Sharon Kaufman, Asda's.
It's not
behind Asda's and Asda's and Maidstone.
It's not ringing any bells, Jake. No.
Apples.
Well, I know. Well,
apples, I think it does mean something. Apples, doesn't it? To you?
I had an apple last week.
Sharon Kaufman apples.
I'm not making the connection. I'm not making the connection. No.
I think you do know, mate. I think you do know. Sharon Kaufman apples. All right.
I don't know the name Sharon Kaufman. No.
Drum kit. Sharon Kaufman drum kit. I think that means something to you, doesn't it? Hey, drum kit. Old drum kit.
Well, when you say
yes,
it means...
it does, doesn't it?
When you say it means something to me, I'm in a band and there is a drum kit. Is that
drum kit?
The band?
Apples, Sharon Kaufman.
I'm sorry, is this going anywhere? Because I don't know...
Asda's. I think you do, mate. All right, cat food. How about that, cat food? Cat food, Sharon Kaufman. Hey? You think on it, mate. Yeah, choked.
What was that? What did he say at the end?
Something about cat food.
I got the cat...
Was it chucked or something?
Chucked. That was the weirdest call. I genuinely don't...
What happened there?
I don't know.
That did happen, didn't it?
I think that just happened. Maybe in the middle of the night I'll wake up and go, oh my God, the story about Sharon Kaufman apples and drum kits and cat food got out on the radio. How the hell did I let that one slip by? But, no, it means nothing. Cougar Pammy.
At last, Ian.
Oh, Pammy, that was weird, that last guy, wasn't he?
He's not a full tin of bickies, that one.
We're getting a lot for a Monday. We're getting a lot of fruitcakes calling in.
I think it's the heat. I think people are losing their marbles.
I think they are.
Ian, can I tell you? I went to Southend-on-Sea yesterday with my friend Claire, and on the way we passed through Basildon, and I got cold shivers up my spine.
Did you get... have you seen that someone has... Sean Whiteheart has made...
I've seen it!
He's made a brilliant video, a brilliant montage of photos of the football.
I love it.
And there is actual security camera footage of Andre from Basildon stealing those flowers.
Those pink roses for me. Hasn't he done a fantastic job?
Sean, if you're listening, can you email that link to me and or something, and we'll get it put up. We'll get it put up on our website somewhere, 'cause it's excellent.
Again, people have been asking me for it, and I'm not very internet friendly. So please, Sean, put it back on. He's supposed to put a lot of effort into that.
Sean is a very, very clever man. He's done a lot of little videos, for me over the years, and he's a very clever man.
Now, idea to keep yourself cool is put your undies in the freezer.
Oh, now that doesn't sound bad. Although for a gentleman, his ballsack will shrink to the size of a walnut.
Yes, but you're not going to use it if you're suffering the heat a bit much, are you?
I don't really use it much
as for the minor celebrity opening up a fate, we had Wolf from Gladiator.
Oh, the Wolfman. Arr.
He was quite full of himself.
Oh,
he thinks he's a bit of all that.
With every right. He's one of the toughest men in the world.
Well, he's moved to New Zealand now, hasn't he?
Has he really?
Yes.
Oh.
And another one that opened up the Christmas fate was Barry from EastEnders. That's the Sean Williams guy with the hair transplant.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah. It's a weird... Fates, because fates, generally, I think they pay... like $1,000 or a couple of grand or something?
No. If they're for charity, they would beg, and they might give them a little bit travelling expenses, but no.
Oh, screw that. Hey, I tell you...
Barry lived up the road from that one, so it was easy for him, and Wolf lived round the corner. So
I tell you, I was at my mum's fate, right, and she lives in a residential home because she's not very well, and they got... who did I say they got to open it? The BBC Breakfast guy.
The BBC one, yeah.
But anyway, they got him to open it. Bill Turnbull, right. And now, listen, I'm not being funny, right, but I used to be on the telly. I got stopped 4 times at the They Might Be Giants concert, people thinking that I was famous and stuff, right? So this woman says to me, will you come and do the raffle for us? I'm thinking, yeah, all right, I've been recognised, wicked, I'm in there. So I'm pulling things out, and she went, oh, you're very good at this. I said, oh, I've done it a few times before. She was, oh, why, what do you do for a living? I was like, oh, no. She just asked me just because I was young and could
How
walk.
Embarrassing.
I could walk to the raffle and didn't need to be wheeled over. That's the only reason I was asked to do it.
Ian.
But I'm doing, in August the 2nd or the 3rd or something, I am presenting an award at the Cat... Oh, I must get it right. The Cats Protection League Awards.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. They asked me. I'm very, very excited, and it is... I can't remember what category it is, but I have chosen the winner. I've had to judge it. They sent me 4.
Oh, wow.
What, the best pussy or something?
Cougar, Pammy, come on, that's the laziest joke in the world. So when you say pussy, you mean vagina. We get the connection.
Okay, I'm just trying to keep it clean.
Don't keep it clean, come on. But I've had to choose, There's 4 people who are all, very needy, and it's like best friend category, where a cat has enhanced someone's life.
Oh.
And I've had to basically say yes to one person and no to 3 other people. I'm going to feel terrible.
I heard that.
It's terrible.
That's cruel. Oh, it's awful.
Very cruel, very cruel. But what can you do, Pammy?
Take some soft fudge to give to the loser.
I will take some soft fudge to give to the loser. That's exactly what I'll do. Speaking of soft fudge, it's Vinny. He's listening to Talk Sport. Vinny?
Yeah.
What were you listening to Talk Sport for? Are you crying? Are you crying?
No.
It sounds like you're crying. Because England got kicked out of the World Football Cup thing, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got an idea for you.
Oh, go on, yeah, go on.
Yeah, because of this tournament...
Vinny, could you turn Talk Sport off in the background, please? We're probably breaking some Ofcom rule broadcasting that nonsense.
Yeah, there's a tournament going on, right?
Yeah, there's a tournament, yeah?
And you don't like it?
The football thing, yeah? I'm not a fan, no.
Yeah. How about you write a book about why you think it's rubbish, and then you can come on Talk Sport and things like This Morning and the One Show to promote your book, and you can be famous again.
I was on Talk Sport once. They phoned me up and excuse me. And said, we want you to come on. Now, I didn't know what they wanted me on for, and I thought it was because I used to pretend to be a Chelsea fan. So I didn't know anything about Chelsea, right? But I printed up all these facts about Chelsea, the team, how they'd done that league, how they did last year, all of this stuff. So I had all these facts in front of me.
When was this?
This was 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And why is that relevant? Why is that relevant?
Yeah, I'm just. I wanted to ask you a question, Chelsea.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know. I had the facts in front of me. I haven't kept those facts in front of me, Vinny, just in case this moment would rise. Yeah. But what they wanted to talk to me about was a thing that I'd made up with my friend Mackenzie Crook, where we'd made up a sitcom called Fruits of the Forest about two Nottingham Forest footballers who are gay. And we kept saying, we did a couple of things where we mentioned that this was our next project that we'd be working on. And they wanted to interview me about this. So I did a whole 10-minute interview with them about this made-up sitcom that was never going to happen and was never more than that concept, and had to pretend that it was a real ongoing concern and that we were making a pilot and that the BBC were really interested in it when it was all nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, that was a story, wasn't it?
Who was it that you're going to interview by?
I think it was Hawksby and Jacobs.
Yeah, they're the ones that normally do it, and I think that's what I was thinking of. Maybe you could go on Hawksby and
Okay, Vinny. Well, I'll see if I can knock this book out before the end of the World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea. No. You finish now.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to talk sport.
Of course you are, Vinny. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
There we go. I wonder how much trouble we can get in for mentioning the other radio station. What, about a dozen times there, giving them a good plug? I wouldn't listen, they're pony. Absolute Radio's much better. I don't like the Gorillaz, but I quite like this song. But it turns out the people who like the Gorillaz say they don't like this song, which is odd.
Yeah.
This is kind of nice and kind of, I don't know, chilled, I believe is the word. Here's the Gorillaz.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Satisfaction. You don't want to hear Satisfaction twice in a row. I apologise for that. I thought it might be a fun thing to do, but the audience has voted a most definite no. This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio, Mondays to Thursdays. Normally 11 o'clock till 1 a.m, but for this week and for next week, and for the last 2 weeks, the show has been starting at 10 a.m, because I believe there is a football tournament happening somewhere in Africa. Eloise is my normal producer, but she's still at Glastonbury. Robbie's filling in for her. Robbie, when did Glastonbury finish, or is it still going on?
It finished yesterday, didn't it?
Finished yesterday, and Eloise is coming back...
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday. So you could almost kind of... give her tonight off because she's probably coming down from acid or so. I don't know what she's doing, cleaning out every orifice. I don't know what she's up to. Why is she off tomorrow as well?
No idea.
Slack. Very, very slack. That's a great show.
But she was adamant that I covered for on Tuesday when I spoke to her about this.
Very, very disappointing young lady. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. If you want to give us a call, it is a phone-in show. Your calls are appreciated. I have this terrible, terrible cough that I've had for weeks. And I keep putting my fader down and having a little coughing fit, which makes it very, very hard to do the show. So if you want to call in and talk for a long time without me speaking, that would be wonderful. We're asking celebrities that you've seen opening fates, celebrities you have seen at pop concerts, ways to stay cool. I've also written down here as a topic, and I don't know where this came from, ever made love to an American? I don't know where that's from, but it just occurred to me that I've never made love to an American woman, or gentleman, for that fact. And I get the feeling that Americans are quite chaste. That they don't like to put out. Any experience with Americans, Robbie?
No, none. Scottish, but not American.
How is that in any way similar?
Don't know, just fill in for time while you cough.
Well, thank you. Well, let's put it out there. If you've ever made love to an American, 0330 123 1215. Mike has been waiting for 30 minutes. Good evening, Mike.
Hello, mate. It's Mike in Kilburn. How you doing, fella?
Yes, someone pretending to be an Irishman. Okay, we can put up with this for a little bit.
No, I really am Irish.
Oh, okay, Michael, we can put up with this for a little bit.
Real celebrity. Okay, rubbish celebrities out of faith back in Wicklow. Okay, do you remember Glenn from Big Brother?
Yes, I do remember Glenn from Big Brother.
I don't know why, but he opened our local fete in Rathdrum.
Okay.
It was kind of a letdown.
He would be. He's Welsh, isn't he?
He's Welsh, so I don't know what he was doing in Ireland.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, you know, it was in 2006 and all that.
Hang on a minute. Is this Gary from Bristol?
No.
It is, isn't it?
No, mate.
It is?
It's me, mate. All right, yeah.
But why are you calling in as Mike from Kilburn?
I thought I might have a bit of fun, mate.
But where are we getting fun out of this?
I thought it might be funny, mate. Okay, it didn't work. Fair enough. I'll leave it. Okay, can we still be friends?
I think you should apologise to the boys and girls at home and put the phone down and go away.
What? Iain Lee, I'm not having that. I'm not going to be put down by some second-rate DJ who used to be on the television. No, 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 no. I mean, once upon a time, you were almost as famous as George Lamb. But at the moment, you are nobody. Do 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 do, yeah. Do 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 do. I mean, I like phoning the show sometimes, and sometimes I even like singing. I even pretended to be Cedric from Chippenham the other week, and you put me down. Ooh, 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 yeah. Iain Lee's that guy who used to be famous once upon a time. I mean, he's okay to listen to. But the main reason why I phone in is because his producer Eloise is so lovely. Once upon a time, I mean, Iain Lee wasn't actually that famous. Perhaps he was as famous as that bloke off T4, the one with the short hair who nobody remembers. I mean, who the hell watched Rise? I mean, yes, the 11 o'clock show was a good show, but that was like last decade, my friend.
Above there are no stars tonight, just northern sky, reflected light upon your face. See the stars in constellation. Sit beneath their congregation.
That was me!
Yes, it was.
That was good, wasn't it?
Very good.
I can only do that because I've been sucking on so many these throat sweets. I can't speak. I think I'm a little bit high on cough medicine. I've been sucking on so many of these that it's given me. It's like when Mama Cass had that bottle of acid drop on her head and it meant she could sing the high C. The same thing has happened to me. Christine has called us, has emailed from the States. What makes you think Americans are chaste? I think you need to call me about this. Can you dial Christine's number? She sent us an email. Rob, ever had any experience with Americans?
No, I went to America.
Okay, I just the closest I've ever come is many years ago is almost getting the snogs in with an American girl, and but just didn't go anywhere.
Why?
Because they're chaste.
We should put off with your personality.
It may have been that, Robert.
Your looks.
All right, Robert. That's
gangly height.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Like you failed in TV.
Okay.
You've got a reputation for being difficult to work with.
Okay, Rob Bonet, you've called in. You've got something fun for us to talk about. What would that be?
Yeah, you're on about how to keep cool.
Yeah.
Now, I think the best way to do it is tweed is in. So, you know, I'm no got one, but I do think a young chap in tweed or a young lady in tweed, head to toe, you know, I look at them and I think, cool!
Was that it? You waited 26 minutes for that?
Oh, and just thank you very much for my DVD.
What DVD is that?
You know that one that you said, oh, I'll send you a DVD, Rob? And I went, oh, will you? You went, yeah. It didn't come, did it?
What DVD did I say I was going to send you?
The Shindiggery one.
Did I say I was going to send you one?
You did. You said you'd send me one. You know why? Because you're busy getting your hair cut, like, right?
Okay, we're going to do that nonsense and you can get stuff. Christine is on the line. Good evening, Christine.
Hello.
So you're America?
Yes.
And you're an American lady?
Yes.
And so therefore you don't like to put out?
Oh, of course I do.
Oh, okay. So you're the opposite of that. Okay, but I think I don't know if I could be the only English person that thinks this, but American ladies always seem kind of cold and distant and a little bit flirty. But then when you try and get down to some good loving, they ain't doing the shoving.
See, now that's funny because that's what I found about you British people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, the Brits are up for it any time of the day or night.
Oh, not the ones I've met.
Well, okay. Well, maybe there's a problem for both of us. Maybe I'm unattractive to American women and you're unattractive to English men.
Oh, I hope not.
Well, you could be. Do English men do it for you?
Yeah, of course they do.
That's
Anybody does, really.
Jesus, you're filth, Christine. You're filth. Is there? Do you have a penchant for English men above everybody else?
No, because my family's from Germany, so.
So you like the Germans?
Yeah.
I got a thing for Greek girls.
Yeah, see, we all have our taste.
Yeah, we all have a taste. My wife's half Greek, so I think I can say that. I stay there, Christine. Tony's on the line. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening.
You've been with Tony. Can you not be on hands free?
Oh, hang on a minute. How's that?
Right, this is it from now on, right, Robbie? Hands free is banned. It's banned. If they're driving, they've got to pull over. Otherwise, I'm not interested. It's the worst invention in the world. But Tony, let's not fall out over that. You've been with American ladies, have you?
Lady.
And tell us, what was that like? What happened?
Oh, met her when I went to Vegas.
So she was a prostitute then?
Oh, Vegas, yes.
No.
Oh, okay, no.
No, she's a very nice girl.
Yeah, okay.
And bit of a relationship developed, and fizzled out in the end. She wanted to get married. I didn't want to get married.
She wanted to get married in Vegas?
No.
Don't say it like that. You've told about a fifth of a story. I'm trying to fill in the huge gaping holes in it that you've left, Tony.
Well, there's a lot to go through, really. But bare bones she's a lovely girl, but I do want to get married.
Christine, does Tony sound like the kind of Brit that you could go for?
I don't know. I'd have to see him.
Well, Tony, describe yourself to Christine.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, fine, don't do. Thanks for helping out there, Tony. That really was a waste of 45 seconds of radio. Jesus. Christine?
Yeah?
If we find some hot English guys, would you be interested?
Sure, no problem. I think we already had this conversation.
Did we?
Yeah.
Andre?
Yes, hello, yeah.
Say hello to Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Hello,
Christine.
Andre.
I think you might quite like me. Christine?
Yeah?
For the simple reason, I wouldn't take advantage of a woman. I'll get on very well with women, but there was only one question I'd like to ask you.
What?
What's your vital statistics? Without being rude.
I don't understand what you mean.
No, what is your vital statistics? I mean, what's your physique like?
Oh, I'm thin, I'm athletic, I'm 5'5".
Yeah, well, a bit short, but yeah, not too bad. Carry on.
Long brown hair, blue eyes.
What, dyed or peroxide or normal?
Normal.
What age are you?
38.
Well, I think we could do quite nicely together. Would you keep in contact for absolute with me?
Well, you'd have to come here. I'm in the United States, so it's a little difficult.
So whereabouts in the States do you live?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Should I be giving all this information out over there?
No, that's okay. That's no problem. Now, where would I have to fly to get to Pennsylvania?
Probably New York.
And then change and then go to where?
You'd have to drive the rest.
What? How long will that take me?
About an hour.
Would it be worth my journey if you don't mind answering?
We'll leave those two chatting away while we listen to some adverts.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
What can I say? A reasonable physique, quite good at five-side football.
Yeah, I saw you on the video.
And that's it on phone. What's that?
Yes.
What was that like then?
What?
We might talk amongst ourselves. Iain, have you finished?
Have words to thank for their positions. Words that scream for your submission.
Don't tell him good for me. What yourself? Hello?
Yes.
Do you drink? I acquired them. And, what would you like to me to acquire you some flowers?
No, I have plenty, thanks.
What, fresh ones? Pink ones?
I have fresh ones. I grow a lot of my own.
Oh, no, it's not the same as being given a nice bunch of fresh pink roses.
Well, that's true. You're going to pay for them, though?
Well, always do.
And the show rattles on to its hurtling, inevitable conclusion at 1 o'clock when... Mark Crosley, is it doing the business?
I believe so, yes.
Mr. Mark Crosley will be doing his business on the air at 1 o'clock. What time are you finishing tonight, Robbie?
4.
Why? What do you do for the 3 hours after the show?
Fix stuff.
Do you go around and just go into every office and knock one out? Is that what you do? That's what I would be tempted to do in a virtually empty building like this. I had a little play with your iPhone 4 earlier on.
Yes.
It's nice. Does it not... there's the problem, isn't there, that it loses signal. Have you had that?
I can't recreate it, but then someone else held my phone and they created it, so I think it just depends what hand you've got.
Really? Okay.
What type of hands you've got.
But it's a common problem, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't happen when I do it.
Okay, I'm so glad I didn't get one of those. I feel good for not having... And I'm past the other side now. There was that... The few days building up to it, there's the anticipation of, I'm going to buy one. And then the couple of days after it came out, there's the anticipation of, oh, go on, I might as well. I'm through the other side now. I'm fine. I'll buy toys for the baby. You know what I mean? I'm going to spend money on good things instead of buying an iPhone 4. That's what I'm going to do. You know? Yeah. So it's all good. We've got people who've been waiting for ages. Let's go to Alex in Harpenden. Good evening, Alex.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
I'm all right, thank you, Alex. I'm all right.
Sorry to hear you still got the cough. I've had one for about 2 months now as well.
Okay, so are you not worried, Alex, that you might have something serious?
It seemed to have gotten better. I think it was because I was stressed at the end of uni.
Right.
And
stress cough, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
But I've still got it, so if it keeps going for the next couple of days, I'm just going to book a doctor's appointment, get some antibiotics.
Well, this is what I've booked the doctors. I'm going to beg for the antibiotic. I'm going to do the whole, my voice is my trade. I cannot work without the voice. But basically, I just want to get some sleep. I've not slept properly because I keep bloody coughing.
Yeah, oh God, that's the worst. And then you get those huge fits where it doesn't stop.
Yeah, and my wife is, bless her, she's been very good, but you know, I can see that it's keeping her awake as well. And
yeah,
I don't. Oh man, alive, and I'm tired, I'm depressed, and
well, I've got a loud voice anyway, so when I cough, I keep everyone in the house up, so they all get angry at me.
Get this: the lady next door who once had a go at my wife. Was playing Bette Midler CDs Sunday morning, 8:45, but really loudly with her back door open, so that the whole the street was filled with "You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings."
Oh dear!
Which I don't mind a bit of Bette Midler. I think she's all right. Not at 8:45 on a Sunday morning.
That's like people that cut the grass at 6 on a Sunday morning.
There was one guy did that once. It was like 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and I did lean out of the window and said, "Cutting your grass at 7 in the morning? Are you taking the..." Nice and loudly. It's like a proper chav. Oh, speaking of chavs... Oh, you're not allowed to say that on the radio. Speaking of the people that, you know, are a little bit unpleasant, I saw this guy... this guy... He looked about 15, but he was probably about 20. He got on the tube, right, with this massive Rottweiler with a big gold lead. Leads is what they're called, aren't they?
Yeah, collar.
Big gold... No, well, lead or collar.
Was it the bit round the neck or the bit that
the bit that he holds?
Lead, yeah.
A big gold chain, right? And this guy was topless, right? Just had a tracksuit on with a tattoo round his belly button. And I swear to God, he did the grossest thing, right? and he had his girlfriend there, is he sat back on the tube, with his left hand, he pulled open, with his thumb and middle finger, he pulled open his belly button, and with the Peter Pointer of his right hand, he was just going around, getting all the dirt out of his belly button.
Lovely.
And he got it out.
Oh,
he
didn't.
sucked
Jesus.
it. He sucked it, Alex.
Oh.
It was the most...
Topless on the tube.
Oh,
That's bad. Oh, you get loads of people like that in Harpenden anyway. You get loads of people think they look great when they've clearly had one too many beers.
I don't get the it's hot, so I'm going to take my top off. I don't get it. It's not attractive. It's not pleasant. It's horrible.
The only thing you can tell from those people is they clearly love themselves. That's about it.
Yeah, it's an unpleasant. There was this Paul McCartney concert yesterday. There were a lot of people with no tops on. And I was just...
I didn't watch that. How was it?
It was good. It was very, very good. But
I'm going to check it out.
You just keep thinking to all these people, you're going to get sunburn. What are you doing? Anyway, Alex, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, we had someone we got this winter fete instead of a summer fete, like around Christmas. They have this big light turning off. And one year we got Barry from EastEnders.
That's the second Barry from EastEnders we've had.
Really?
He's obviously big at the fates, both summer and indeed the winter.
But what was brilliant about this one is when he went to turn the lights on, they didn't work, so everyone started booing. And for some reason, he thought the way to stop people from booing was to sing.
Oh, my God.
The booze got worse, he just stormed off.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this, Alex, it's a sad state of affairs. This brings us on to our new topic for the rest of the show. Have you ever seen a celebrity being booed? 0330 123 1215. That's what we're after. Did you not feel sorry for him, Alex?
I felt awful for him.
Did you join in the booze, though?
No, I felt bad because he actually had an all right voice.
He's an all right singer, and he does he applies his trade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alex, listen, thank you very much for that.
Right, see ya.
Cheers, my dears. Let's go to Reese is in Huddersfield. Good evening, Reese.
Hello.
Hello, Reese.
Hello, mate. I'm just wondering if you fancy having a serious discussion this evening. I mean, I know you're talking about celebrities.
Yes.
Or you have been.
Yes.
Basically, what it is I've been following the G20 protests in Toronto.
Hang on a minute, what's that buzz? That buzz is coming
I think it's
from you.
Vince's studio.
It's buzzing, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Can you stop it buzzing? There's a bomb from the 80s is about to go off. There's a comedy bomb from 1984 that's being dropped in that room, for goodness sakes. So you've been following the G20, have you, Reese?
Yes, I have, yeah.
And what do you make of it?
Well, to be honest, I'm shocked at the amount of one-sided propaganda we're receiving on the mainstream media at the moment.
Okay, what propaganda are we receiving?
Well, basically, they're showing images of police cars being burnt out on the BBC.
Right.
And protesters going mad.
Right.
I've actually got some friends who were there and have taken footage on the street of the police basically just brutalising people. They've rounded 600 people up and locked them in a converted film studio in Toronto, basically in cages. My friend was incarcerated for 22 hours.
What's the brutalisation?
Basically, the fact that they've changed the laws to make it legal over there.
Okay.
And this is just for the duration of the G20 protest.
Yes.
For the police to detain people.
What's the brutalisation?
Basically, the fact that they're sending out snatch squads and just pulling random people, peaceful protesters, from within the crowd.
And doing what to them?
Locking them up.
Okay, that's not brutalisation. You have to when you talk about emotive subjects like this, you have to be very careful about the language you use. That's brutalisation conjures up the image of people getting the crap kicked out of them.
Well, to be honest, some of the arrests have not exactly been pleasant. I mean,
okay, but you have to be careful when you use the word brutalisation, don't you?
Well, I understand that it can conjure up some emotive images, but the point I'm trying to make
but it's the wrong word. It's the wrong word, Reese. It's the wrong word. Being locked up is not brutalisation.
Well, the way that they're snatching people out of the crowds could be construed as being brutalisation. I mean,
well, no, it couldn't. It's the wrong word, Reese. You're using the wrong word, and I don't know if what you're saying is true.
There's a number of YouTube videos that you can see to verify.
There's a number of YouTube videos you can see of David Blaine floating. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that he can fly. But all I'm doing, Reese, is question.
Devil's advocate. I understand.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Not playing devil's advocate at all. I'm doing what you're doing, and I'm questioning what I'm being told.
Exactly, and that's a very good point. People should do more of that.
People should always question what they're being told. But you would agree, wouldn't you? It is bad for people to smash up shops and burn police cars. That's a bad thing to do, isn't it?
I think that a lot of the violence that's been perpetrated at these protests has been caused by the Asian provocateurs.
The Asian provocateurs?
Yes. They have people within the employ of the police, officers, and they've been basically inciting violence and committing these acts in order to give the protesters bad press.
OK, and what evidence do you have for that?
The fact that there was a meeting between the leaders of Canada, Mexico and America. It wasn't actually in Toronto, it was somewhere else a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
There was also a protest there, and the protesters captured 3 of these people who were committing these acts and identified them as serving police officers.
And what evidence do you have of that?
Because there's actually, they've shown pictures on the footage that I've seen of their
on YouTube.
Yes.
Well, do you know what? Listen, I'm slightly more inclined to believe the BBC, which is a world-respected news organisation. Certainly more inclined to believe the BBC than I am inclined to believe Sky, and more inclined to believe the BBC than I am videos on YouTube.
Can I ask why you're more inclined to believe the BBC?
Because videos on YouTube can be faked, they can be made up, they can be filmed on a phone. Who knows what happened 30 seconds before that film started? Who knows what happens 30 seconds after that film ended?
It's the same with any footage you see of any event.
Exactly, but the BBC is more open. The BBC is more open to scrutiny and questioning than YouTube is.
I think I disagree with you there, Ian. I feel that the BBC is more open to pandering to the political interests of the government that he serves.
No, absolute nonsense, Reece. If you believe that, and I bet you believe that America flew the planes into the Twin Towers, don't you?
I believe that there is a qualified case for there is a qualified case for an independent review.
Do you believe the Americans were behind 9/11?
I believe that there is evidence to suggest that, and I believe that it should be open to an independent investigation.
Jesus, this is what we're dealing with.
I'm not going to set my opinions in stone.
Listen, I've got to go because I've got to play a record and you're talking out your ass. But do you think there were any genuine protesters smashing up those shops?
I think that the majority...
Could you stop answering the question with vague statements and answer? Do you believe that there were some of those protesters who weren't put in there by the police to wind people up? Do you believe that possibly some of those protesters were taking advantage of the situation and smashing up shops and setting fire to police cars?
No more than a normal person on the street would be doing the same thing.
What the hell does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
Because you don't go out into society as a person and start smashing.
Reece, can you stop
windows and police cars? Do you?
Well, I don't know, Reece. No, you don't. You don't, Reece. But I'm asking you a question, and please, I've got to keep this short because I'm behind on the music now. I've got to play the ads. But do you believe? And answer this question. Answer this question. Stop skirting around it like a fool. Do you believe that any of the people in that protest who weren't put in there by the police were actually going around smashing up shops and setting fire to police cars?
Right, Ian. They arrested 600 people.
Answer the question, Reece!
I don't believe that 600 people were. No, that's...
Do you... Reece, you're really, really irritating me. Answer the question. That wasn't the question. Do you think are all 600 people guilty? Was it? That wasn't the question, was it?
No, it wasn't.
What was the question? What was the question?
Point, I feel.
It's irrelevant to the question, Reece. What was the question?
The question was, do I think that any of the legitimate protesters were responsible for any of the violence? And to be honest, because I wasn't there and I didn't see firsthand, then I can't possibly comment
Reece,
on that.
You can comment. Answer the question. Reece, listen, you are very close to being cut off because you are acting like an absolute spoilt child. Answer the question. And you can answer it even though you weren't there.
Do you yes or no answer?
Do you think any of the protesters were involved in smashing up the shops, which is a bad thing to do? We'd all agree with that, I hope. And do you think any of them were involved with burning police cars, which is also a very, very bad, wrong thing to do?
No.
Reese, I wish I lived in Cloud Cuckoo Land with you. It sounds like a wonderful place, but you are so naive.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
I am, Reese, thank you. I'm entitled to cut you off and play some adverts, because we got to pay the man. That probably offends you as well, you idiot.
No, that's not right. Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
That was fun.
Absolute Radio.
That was like the old days. I'm very tempted to do... We may do a straight show one night. We may do a straight debate show. Because I wanted to talk to Reese for a whole lot longer. Reese, I'm sorry I cut you off, but, hey, man, I've got to play the ads, I've got to play music. It's a slightly different setup to other radio stations in that respect. But I'm thinking, Robbie, I might do a straight show one night, a whole show of talking to people like that.
Why don't we?
Let's do it. I'm scared now.
When?
Not tomorrow. I've got to wait. I can't do it with this cough, because I had to keep fading myself down, and I can't do a proper rant when I've got the cough. It's going to happen at one point. We'll definitely do it. Now, we've got 6 calls lined up. We'll get there eventually. Now, for some reason, I've got 2 They Might Be Giants songs on the log.
Wow.
This is insane. I hope they're not expecting me to play out the They Might Be Giants interview this evening, because it ain't edited.
Why, has Gareth not done it?
Oh, I don't know. Has Gareth done? Let me see. Was he put it in features? Hang on. Is this? Oh, this could be. Hang on.
First of all, man, thank you very much for your time. And I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, don't be nervous.
Oh no, it's Ozzy Osbourne. But I'm going to play. I'm going to play 2 They Might Be Giant songs.
Well, they told us to. They can't complain.
They can't complain. I'm going to change one of the They Might Be Giant songs.
Which one?
Well, I'm going to get rid of Birdhouse in Your Soul, just because. Do you know what I mean? All the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to play 2 They Might Be Giant songs in the same hour. This is insane. I saw them on Saturday. They were wonderful. The new album is called Here Comes Science, and it's an absolute treat. I bought a copy. Oh, we've got signed copies to give away.
Have we?
Oh, but the fact that you don't know means that we probably shouldn't do that tonight, just in case they've been half-inched. But it is a treat, and I did interview them on Friday. Hopefully we'll play it out Thursday. I would imagine with Eloise coming down from LSD, it'll get played out early next week, and we chatted to them as a whole. They kept talking about BitTorrents, this illegal downloading.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, you can't talk about that. Why can't we talk about it? I want to talk about BitTorrents. I said, no, we can't talk about BitTorrents. You can't do it over here. Oh, I want to talk about BitTorrents. I said, well, no, you can't do it.
So you get cut off.
You get cut off the internet for using the old BitTorrents. Yeah, of course, this is a very, very naughty thing to do. Anyway, here is the first of your 2 They Might Be Giants song. Oh, and this one is just an absolute gem. Istanbul. Another They Might Be Giants song coming up soon. I can hear Robbie panicking because he's not here. And I said I was going to play the next They Might Be Giants song back to back, and I thought, actually, can't bother. We'll take a safe call though, Robbie, don't worry. We'll go to Philip from South Norwood. Hello, Philip.
Oh, good evening, Ian. Here, Billy Cotton used to play that.
Billy Cotton?
Billy Cotton, his band, yeah. It was part of his stage act.
Istanbul, not Constantinople?
Yeah, that was one of his songs.
Was it really?
I thought I'd gone back years and...
I always assumed They Might Be Giants wrote it.
No. I don't know who wrote it. I don't think Billy Cotton wrote it. I think it was an old song. And it was part of his stage act.
Wow.
When he appeared, when he used to do the musicals, he was at the Croydon Empire where I saw him.
Oh.
And he used to do, that was on the songs he did, they used to dress up.
Yeah.
And he ended the show with his famous song, I Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts.
Oh, lovely bunch of coconuts.
And he used to throw cotton wool balls into the audience, and we used to throw them back.
The old days, Philip, they sound awful.
Oh, I have. Reason I rung Ian.
Yes, Philip.
The Y50. Have you seen the official trailer for the new one?
I've not. I've seen. I saw a behind the scenes.
Oh, you
thing.
did? I can ask you that.
But I've not really seen much of it. I don't know, Philip.
No.
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I must be honest. This is the second attempt, because I didn't know that they had another go back in 1997.
Okay.
With Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
I'm never sure how to pronounce
Gary Busey is he's a wonderful actor. He's absolutely bonkers, Busey.
Yeah. And Elsie Sniffin was in it as well.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet her when you went out in Hawaii?
No, I didn't.
She's a very, very attractive Hawaiian actress.
Quite attractive Hawaiian actress.
Yeah, I just wondered whether you had actually met her. I think the guy who's going to play Steve McGarrett, I think he's Australian.
Oh, no.
Alex Coughlin.
No.
And I gather a bloke from Lost is in it.
Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah.
Jin is in it, yeah. He's
Scott Cairn and Grace Park.
I'm never sure about these remakes because the Knight Rider remake was terrible.
Yes.
The A-Team film looks like it's awful.
Oh, I saw the trailer.
Oh,
but
it looks so dull. Where's
Burt
they taken all
Law,
the... Yeah.
The remake of that was iffy.
Yeah.
The remake of Maverick.
The remake of V was terrible as well.
I haven't caught up with that
Don't
yet.
bother.
Don't bother. Yeah, I was given a free DVD during the week.
Oh, yeah.
With Lost on it.
Really?
I've been explaining. I bought the box set, Series 7, a Y50.
Yeah.
And they give me a free, what they call a taster, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And on this DVD I've got, there's an episode of Cougar Town.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Cougar Town.
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, oh, sexy.
Flash Forward, and plus Lost special episode, The Final Chapter.
Oh, blimey.
It's an American narrator, so I wondered, is it an American version of what you did?
I don't think it is. I don't know what that is, actually, Philip. I've no idea. But I'd imagine it's probably deathly dull if I'm not in it. Philip, I've got to move on. Thank you for that. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Let's go to Ed in Camberley. Good evening, Ed.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm very well, Ed. Thank you.
Mate, I'm just ringing up about that bloke Reese that was just on.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing normally winds me up so much to the point where I feel like I have to ring up the radio station and complain, but that bloke, I hope he's still listening, so I just want to tell him he's a tit.
Okay, what now? Why now? Why would you call him a tit?
Because he's an idiot.
Okay.
He's just typical sad act, knows nothing about nothing, or little about everything, and feels like he needs to voice his opinion on the radio.
Now, tit is quite an aggressive... It's a category D, so we can get away... It's quite an aggressive word to use, Ed. Can I ask, what do you do for a living?
I'm a police officer.
Okay, now, you can see how reacting as a police officer like that could give fuel to their fire, couldn't it?
Agreed. However, if you put some of these people in the situations that we have to deal with on a daily basis, then they might understand where it's coming from. It's people like that that make it just 10 times harder to deal with anything.
Okay. Now, listen,
For example,
Yeah,
the G20.
Yeah.
G20, where that woman got hit on the hand.
I don't know the incident to which you refer.
Okay. She got hit on the hand by an officer.
Yeah.
Right, and basically before this, she'd gone up and she'd gone to a lot of press and she said, "Okay, follow me, and if you want to get something dirty on the police, we don't do this."
Well, again, that's your side of the story. Okay.
Oh yeah, well, you know where I'm coming from. That bloke's an idiot.
Okay, Ed, but there are so many things here. You would have to admit, wouldn't you? I hope that the police have done bad things in the, various places in the world, haven't they? Including this country.
Oh, absolutely.
In that they have hurt people, have injured people,
yes,
have arrested people that are innocent, have faked evidence.
Now you see, arresting people doesn't mean you've done it.
No, have faked evidence, have beaten people up.
Yes.
Okay, and you would accept that the police have done all that.
I would accept that. The minority.
Okay.
The minority that ruin it for the majority of us.
No, fair play. And I all of my dealings with the police, and I have had few, have all been excellent. Have been excellent, which is why I'm kind of generally come down on the side of the police. But fair play to you for accepting that they have done things wrong from time to time, and that does happen.
Oh no, of course. I've never seen it personally, and if I had, then obviously I'd have done something about it. I accept that it's gone on in the past, and it probably will go on in the future.
Yep.
But like I said, it's the minority ruining it for the majority. And for that guy to come on the radio and just basically say, police do this, that and the other, and have these blanket powers just to tell everybody it's utter nonsense.
Ed, it's lovely to talk to you, mate. Thank you for coming on, putting on your side.
Good.
Cheers, my dears. There we go. I've always had any dealings with the police, Robbie?
Yes.
Have you? Oh, you got mugged, didn't you?
Yeah, that time, and I've been in a car accident as well.
Oh, blimey. And the police...
Yeah, they were really nice.
The police, for me, I have to say this, have always been wonderful for me when I had someone threatening to kill me. Yeah. Shortly after Jill Dando died, I got some lunatic threatening to kill me. Boy, that was a fun couple of weeks. And the police were excellent with that. I also had some guy was going to out me as a paedophile. And yeah, this is true. I was getting all these... His mistake was, he kept emailing me saying, "I'm going to out you as a paedophile." So as soon as I got these emails, this is when I was at another radio station, I showed them to my boss and said, "You should see this." And I went to the police and said, "I've been sent these. This guy has a plan." I'm not a paedophile, by the way, Rob, in case you're wondering. There was nothing to out me for. And the police... The guy was an idiot. He just kept sending me these emails about what he was going to do, forgetting that his IP address could be traced.
Yes.
And so the police, like a few weeks later, found out where he lived, went round and arrested him. And he said, oh, yeah, sorry. And basically what it was on LBC, and I'd cut him off, or I'd said something, I'd done something that he had not approved of, and was at home in his bedroom, as a lot of these people do with the computer going, oh, God, I'm going to make it look like he's a paedophile. And, he got done, so and the police handled that brilliantly. And my mum got robbed a couple of years ago now, and they were great dealing with that. So I only have good things about the police, but I'm aware that they have murdered people in the past. The bad things have happened.
It is the minority.
It is the minority, of course it is, but bad things happen, and fair play to Ed for accepting that was the situation. You're listening to Talks... No, hang on a minute. This is Absolute Radio. We are doing fun stuff as well. 0330 123 1215. Let me quickly speak to Anthony, because he's been waiting for ages. Then we'll play the other They Might Be Giant song. Anthony!
Hello.
Hello, Anthony, in Slough, Berkshire.
Yeah, sunny Slough.
Sunny Slough.
I feel a bit odd talking to you now with such a trivial subject. So it's been quite serious.
Bring back the trivia, Anthony. Give us the trivia. We want the trivia.
Well, you were talking about celebrities being booed.
Yes.
Well, there's a friend of mine who goes to university. I never went to university, unfortunately,
No.
but he was talking about some celebrities they had down in the pubs. Like on guest nights or whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were like Big Brother and reality shows.
Well, I love the Big Brother. A few weeks ago, some guy came rushing up to me in the street and was going, Iain. And I thought, hey, it's a fan. It does still happen from time to time. And I was sort of going, oh, all right. And then he said, you don't remember me, do you? I said, no. He said, I was on Big Brother last year. You interviewed me. And I was like, oh, yeah, nice to see you again, man. I have no idea who that person was.
Not uncomfortable.
No, not in the slightest.
God, well, apparently all the Big Brother lot used to get abuse hurled at them, glasses, and
that's not nice.
No, not nice at all. But I don't understand why they would go into a packed room full of drunk people to. I don't know, you're just leaving yourself a bit open there.
I tell you why they were doing it, Anthony. £750 is why they were doing it.
Yeah, 750 good reasons, I suppose, yeah. But apparently he said that the person who got the greatest reception was Carl Kennedy from Neighbours. Oh, Carl Kennedy was on live from Studio 5 this evening.
Was he?
We should try and get Carl Kennedy in, because I've interviewed him before. He's the most charming man in the world. And he plays in a band, and they do, like, Kaiser Chiefs covers and U2 covers and stuff like that.
Should we call his agent for tomorrow?
Can we call his agent? Because he's in town.
Yeah.
Give him a call. He's the nicest man in the world. I can't remember what his real name is, so don't say Carl Kennedy. But, yeah, he's here doing the round, so if we can get him, that'd be lovely.
That'd be awesome.
He's a good laugh, that bloke.
But they loved him, and he was treated like a god.
Yeah, he is a god.
But just talking of celebrities again, I'll get off in a minute. But me and my friends used to do a charity or like a hospital radio.
I know, I was on there, wasn't I, Anthony?
You were.
I thought so. Yes, I thought I recognised
you. Were the nicest guy. One of the best interviews we did. We weren't very good, and we're still not. But
I'll tell you what. If I'm honest, I'd forgotten I was doing that interview. It was on a Sunday evening, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
And I'd forgotten I was doing it. And I was driving. I'd had my niece and nephew, 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, over for the weekend. And I was driving them back, and the phone went off just past Euston Station, and I was like, oh, nuts, I've got to do this bloody interview. Don't worry, I'll pull over. The kids are asleep. It'll only take 5 minutes. 40 minutes later, you wrapped up. So I had these kids in the back of the car, which is why I may have seemed a little bit quiet and a little bit short with you.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 sleeping children in the back of the car and didn't want to wake them. But
was it 40 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't quite that. It was a slight exaggeration, but it was quite a while. But it was a pleasure, and you were both very charming gentlemen, and it was an absolute pleasure to do, Anthony.
It was one of the best interviews we did, and we really appreciated that. It was really good.
Anthony, anytime you want me to do it again, give us a call.
we don't do that anymore, unfortunately. We've managed to step up onto another radio station in South London. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to name or not.
No, you're not, Anthony. But Thank you very much. Anthony, I've got to go.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, mate. Ta-ta. There we go. 0330 123 1215. As promised, here is your second They Might Be Giant song, one that I'd kind of forgotten about. And this, if you don't think this is one of the greatest pop/rock songs of all time, then you, sir, are a fool. They Might Be Giants, New York City.
No, that's not right. Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Absolute Radio.
So it's the last hour of the show. What have we talked about so far? Well, we've been up and down all over the shop. We started off asking celebrities that you'd seen opening fates and ways to keep cool. You can still call in about that, 0330 123 1215. Then we've kind of been talking about I joked on the Ben Jones show that we're going to talk about G20.
Yes.
We've discussed G20 and the riots that are going on and cover-ups and conspiracy theories and... are the police innocent? Are the police are the protesters innocent? What's going on? We've discussed that. We can kind of talk about that as well if you want. We've got some more calls about the police coming up, which is always good. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Reese just twittered saying, Iain, you're very close-minded. And I don't think I am at all. I would suspect... that my mind is more open than his.
I thought we were very balanced on that.
I would say very, very balanced. But this is the thing, and Reese, you know literally nothing about me and my past, literally nothing at all. But the people who think that, for example, America was behind the Twin Towers, and the people that think the police snatch squads in Canada are making people disappear, all of this conspiracy stuff, their minds are really closed. More so... because I'm prepared to consider any possibility and to look at any avenue and talk about any avenue until I get enough evidence to make me think, well, actually, do you know what? That feels right for me. But people like that, they have their one thing, that the police are bad, that the government is bad, that that's their thing, and they're not prepared to accept that, hey, maybe some of the police are good, and maybe some of what the government do is good.
But can you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have police?
It'd be awful!
Yeah. Everyone's doing what they wanted.
There would be murders and robberies and rapes going on willy-nilly, and no one would stop it. And yes, the police have got... anyway, we'll talk about it if you want to talk about it. 0330 123 1215. I like to think that I give a balanced, open-minded opinion. You may disagree, and if you do disagree, then give us a call. Angus is on the line from Bristol. Good evening, Angus.
Oh, good evening, Ian.
Hello, fella. What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm just a first-time caller.
Well done, sir.
Oh, well, yeah, G20. Who's that? Is it Tim you had on earlier?
No, it was Reese.
Reese? Oh, well, Pip might be a bit strong. I'd call him a boob.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'd agree with that.
It's just those... It's all the sort of conspiracy theories. It's the guys at 9/11, they believe it's inside job. It's the same people that are they're all part of the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah.
The same people that believe, Elvis shot JFK and stuff.
The 9/11 conspiracies do, they're kind of fascinating, because people go, yes, but however many men it was, 15, I don't even know how many men, 15, 11 men couldn't have hijacked those planes and, yeah, they could have. They did.
Get so much coverage as well. Of course, you just turn on just some random TV program.
There is a channel it's the Conspiracy Channel or something, and these people they give 9-hour lectures.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm glad they do. It's by asking questions we get to the truth better. But to think that George Bush was behind, those hijackings, I think is pushing things maybe just a little bit too far, Angus.
Well, there's even one where George Bush is actually a giant man-eating lizard inside a human shell.
That's, I believe that's David Icke is his theories. Thank you for that, Angus. David Icke's theories are the royal family are shape-shifting lizards. That's true. David Icke believes that the royal family consists of shape-shifting lizards. Now you're laughing rather rudely there, Robbie. Barry, you wouldn't laugh at that, would you?
I think you're very naive.
Oh, really? Why is that?
You're very well, look.
Yes.
The police faked the moon landings for a kick-off. Right? They did, of course. Brian Paddock is personally responsible for the pyramids allegedly being built by the pharaohs and not the UFO people.
Yeah.
Shaw Taylor, off of Police 5, crashed into the first tower.
I believe...
This is all
Barry,
fact.
It's all what?
Fact.
He said fact. He said fact. Don't worry.
Sorry, I am pulling your leg, of course.
Of course, Barry. Yes.
The police force do will they do a wonderful job.
Do a wonderful job. Don't they?
Wonderful job And what I'm inclined, I would like to be a special constable.
I think you're a little bit old for that, Barry.
I went down to my local police station.
Yeah.
I said, I'd like to be a community support officer. The policeman said to me, look, you're 80, you're overweight, you can barely walk, let alone run.
Yeah.
When can you start?
Oh! Hey! Are you opening with that one on July the 15th at the Watford Palace Theatre?
Yes, at the Watford Palace Theatre.
Well done.
I went to my... just to recap, I went to my local police
station, yes.
Community support office. I
you
do
said
that
you wanted-
middle bit. That's the explanation.
Okay, and you said you wanted to be...
a community support officer.
And he said you're over 80,
80,
overweight, you can't run. When can you start?
And then you pause.
Pause, when can you start?
When can you start? No,
and the joke
pause.
being... But pause... When can you start? And the
That's
joke
it.
being that you're saying that community police officers are old and fat and overweight and can't run.
That's about the size of it, yeah. But that's cruel. It's not true either. It's not true either because they're normally quite young. It's a joke.
But it's not true. They're normally quite young women, sort of in their early 20s. I found.
Margaret, scrub that out of the scripts. We won't do that on July the 15th. It doesn't really work.
No, it's not based on
not
truth.
at all. Doesn't really.
Yeah, go on.
We have sold over 100 tickets.
Oh, that's fantastic. So that's almost sold out now, isn't it? Oh, hang on. How many seats has it got?
621.
So it's less than a sixth of the tickets. Okay.
Yes, but it will because we've got it. I'm trying to get a special support.
Yes.
Guest.
Okay.
That's not something to walk on with. Literally a support.
Yeah.
Do you have Duncan Chase-Me Norvell's number?
I don't have his number. You could get Lee Nelson from the Lee Nelson's Wellgood show.
Oh, no.
Get him on. He's funny. He's funny. He had a fat bloke being licked by a dog last night.
Charming.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Oh, that's my second gag out the window then. I was going to do a visual.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry,
No,
Barry.
I would like to... You get a community support officer, you get in there, kick a door open, pull your pants up, your nicks, like that.
Sorry, what was that? Where did that come from?
That's what they do, isn't it? Your nicks, son.
Yes.
Stop taking drugs.
They can't arrest people.
What's the point of them then? That's ridiculous. Vigilantes, I say. What, are they there to just make up conspiracy theories then?
Yes, I think they might be.
Community lot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to come to the show...
July the 15th.
Yeah.
Watford
Box
Palace
office
Theatre.
01 923 22 56
Thanks for calling.
71. Night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Papa.
The cough is coming back, Robbie. I don't know how much longer I can be bothered. I can go on with this. I was coughing a lot during Barry's phone call there.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Well, we just have to play more music, or you can host the show. One of those two things will be the. I think the kids want to hear more from Robbie.
Do they?
I think they want to, yeah, because you talk funny. Say Tombola again.
Tombola.
No, don't you try to do a proper voice now. Say, I work on the Tombola.
I work on the Tombola.
Say it in your silly accent.
I work on the Tombola.
There you go, you see, kids, that's exactly what you wanted. 033 123 12 15. Let's go to Michael in Perthshire. Good evening, Michael.
No, it's not Michael, it's Drew. Michael went to me home.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Because they've been on the phone for ages waiting.
Well, he's been on the phone, only 18 minutes.
I said, I've been on the phone. Ian, I phoned you up before. Remember me? I'm Drew, the Scottish guy you couldn't understand before.
I don't remember, turn your radio off.
All right, okay, 2 seconds. Right, what's crack?
So hang on, are you Drew or are you Michael?
No, Michael's away home because Michael phoned and then
Okay.
he got bored because he didn't answer for ages, so that's why I'm phoning you back. Well, I'm still on the phone.
Right, what do you want?
Right, the guy was talking about the police, right?
Yeah.
And I can totally agree with him. The police are quite small-minded. Not in a nasty way, because I stay in a small town in Scotland, right?
Right.
Everybody knows each other. Some good.
But hang on, is this what Michael wanted to say to us? What did Michael want to say to us?
I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure I want to talk to you, Drew.
I'm a nice guy.
Okay, but, if Michael couldn't be bothered, then maybe I can't be bothered to talk to you.
That's not very fair.
Well, look, I've got Saman, who's been waiting 23 minutes on the line. I've got Shaggy. Shaggy's been waiting 74 minutes, haven't you, Shaggy?
Oh,
and Shaggy's still there. He's been waiting 74 minutes, an hour and a quarter, and he's still there. Michael couldn't even wait 19 minutes.
I feel like I'm getting around now.
But you know, listen, why should we take your call when Michael couldn't be bothered to hang around?
Because, I don't know, because he's not answering, he's not going to... I said, yeah, I'm going to get through, you are going to get through, Mike. He's like, no, and he ran away down the road.
OK, well, make it quick, Drew, because I'm bored of you already.
Right, OK, that's a good radio station.
Excellent, there we go, that'll do for me.
No, that's not right. Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Right, let's go to Saman in Milton Keynes. Good evening, Saman.
Hello, Iain.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I've just realised, now I've said your name out loud and I'm not reading it on the screen, I've just realised who the hell you are.
Who am I?
It was very nice to meet you on Saturday night.
Yes, likewise. You were very nice and warm and friendly. And
that's very kind of you to say. Did you enjoy the They Might Be Giants concert?
I absolutely adored it.
They were good, weren't they?
They were really good.
I loved the bit when he got everyone down to the front of the stage.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. I met... Saman was one of the nice people who came up to me and said nice things about the radio show and was very polite and then went about his merry way and enjoyed a pop concert. So it was...
Kept it nice and short.
Kept it nice and short. There was no awkwardness. There was no awkwardness, was there, Saman?
No, none at all. No.
It was all very nice. You met my wife.
I did, yeah.
I'm batting above my average there, I think you would agree.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a very good night. I like the Royal Festival Hall because even though I was sat right at the back, it's not that big. So it's still really good seats. There's good seats everywhere.
You feel like you're quite close, even though maybe you're not.
Yeah, very much so. And it was good sound, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable evening.
And the set was so good. I can't believe they played Meet James Ensor.
Yeah, no, they did a nice... I liked as well the fact they got Birdhouse in Your Soul. It was like the third or fourth song. So
they got it out of the way.
Got it out of the way, everyone got very happy, and then they went off and did some, slightly obscure stuff.
Yeah. You missed a few good things from the family show.
Oh, really? What
they
happened?
played Electric Car, which I know you love.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of Electric Car.
Yeah, and the drummer sang his High Five song and high-fived the audience.
Oh, man alive.
And the lights were on during the whole show, which is really strange.
Yeah, they do. This is the thing. They do a kids' show in the daytime where kids can go and it's a little bit quieter and less sweary, and obviously the lights are on.
Is that for people that watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, they didn't do the Malcolm in the Middle theme tune either.
No, they didn't.
That kind of dawned on me today as I was crossing the road. I went, they didn't do that for some reason, the little...
Are they famous for that? Do people know it was them who did it, or...?
Yeah, I think so. I remember the last time I interviewed them was 8 or 9 years ago when they were over promoting that.
They were on Top of the Pops playing that, weren't they? I remember.
They may have been on Top of the Pops, yes. They may have been, but yes, I thought they would have dropped that in to the set somewhere. But it was a thoroughly enjoyable evening, all in all.
It certainly was.
So, Anna, it's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, very nice to see you too.
And nice to talk to you. Take care, fella.
Thanks, bye.
Ta-ta, there we go. Lots of nice people came and said hello and said nice things about the show, which is always good. Shaggy?
What's up, Iain?
Yes, Shaggy, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I've got a topic in it.
OK, well, this is great. We've got 30 minutes left of the show. Always a good time, I think, to throw a topic into the mix. What topic have you got for us, Shaggy?
Yeah, have you ever got pantsed?
Have you ever got...
Pantsed.
Pantsed? What's pantsed?
Like, one time you school.
Yeah. Shaggy, you're breaking up. I hate to do this after you've been on the phone for an hour and 25 minutes, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Sort of.
Yeah, me.
You're breaking up, Shaggy.
I'm not.
No, you are.
No.
You're breaking up. I can't... Robbie, he's breaking up.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, black.
There we go. OK, that's a shame. He's been waiting literally for an hour and 25 minutes, and by the time we got to him, his signal was so weak, it was useless. James, good evening, James.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm struggling with this cough, James.
Oh, no. That's not good.
It's not good at all. It's not good, but luckily there's only 29 minutes left to go before Mark Crosley comes in and
hang in there.
I'm hanging. I'm finding if I talk lower and softer, then it makes it a little bit easier to not cough. So this will be my voice for the last part of the show.
It's like late night love.
Night love. James, what can I do for you this evening?
You were talking about, well, it started off with celebrities opening fates and then on to celebrities getting booed.
Celebrities getting booed.
My sister, when she was a student, went to some kind of nightclub special night where there was a celebrity guest. And I've never seen one of these where like a nightclub says that they've got like a special celebrity appearance.
And why would you go to a nightclub to see someone who's been on TV? Surely you go to nightclubs to dance and drink and chat up members of the opposite sex.
Get rejected, and that's no. I have no idea. It's the weirdest thing. I was curious as to what happens on these things, and she said that this was about 10 years ago. She said that their regular nightclub just happened to have this celebrity appearance by. Do you remember Beppe from EastEnders?
I do remember Beppe from EastEnders because I interviewed him once, and I have suspicions. I can't go into any more detail than that, but I have suspicions about that younger man. But he was, I interviewed him.
TV's Michael Greco.
Michael Greco, that was his name. Yes.
He was the celebrity turn of the evening.
Yeah. And what was his act?
Well, this is it, you see. I had no idea what was going to happen, because, if it was like, I don't know, somebody good, like, bless it, Arrested Assault, Frank Sidebottom, sing a song.
Come sing a song, or you get Paul Daniels, pull a rabbit out of a hat, or a hat out of a rabbit, that would be a trick.
Even better.
Oh.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
Michael Greco, his act consisted of walking on stage. He'd be, introduced by the MC, whoever. He'd walk on, he'd say, right, and the audience would kind of react somehow. And then his act consisted of him saying, who reckons Beppe could beat up Phil Mitchell? And then kind of like a bit of mumbling from the crowd, maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. And then him saying, who reckons Beppe could beat up Grant Mitchell? Bit of rumbling from the crowd. And then for about 5 minutes, who reckons Beppe could beat up TV's Todd Carthy or whoever?
Well, I could beat up TV's Todd Carthy. Yeah. Anyone could.
It went on like this. Who reckons Beppe could beat up Wellard?
So hang on, his act was him going on stage and asking if people thought his character could beat up other characters on the television.
In a fictional TV show.
Isn't that weird?
Well out there.
And then the booing started, and then it all went a bit messy after that.
Still, £750 in his pocket.
Indeed.
Cold, hard cash in the Beppe's pocket.
It was a night out for him.
We'll do this tonight, and we'll carry this on tomorrow. If you've ever been to a celebrity PA, they're called, public. Well, then what's it? Personal
appearance.
Personal appearance in a nightclub. But what celebrities? Not celebrities you've seen dancing in nightclubs, because I'm sure lots of celebrities go to nightclubs. But if you've ever seen a celebrity doing a PA in a nightclub, what I know that like sexy ladies do PAs, don't they? Because people like to go and look at sexy ladies in short skirts, and I don't know, but Beppe was Beppe considered sexy? Maybe he was, I suppose.
Rugged, wasn't he?
Rugged, that was it. It's swarthy.
Oh, that's the word.
I think swarthy. OK. Well, thank you for that, James.
Not a problem.
Cheers, my dears. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Speaking in this lower voice does kind of help, and maybe it helps just calm the show down a little.
Nice and calm.
It's been a very, very excitable show this evening, and maybe this is just what we need, just to bring us all down a little bit. Talking about bringing us down, it's Habiba.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, I meant it in a good way, Habiba.
Explain?
I didn't mean it in a good way, actually. Are you on a hands-free or something?
No.
Now, how come I can't hear you?
Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah, I was being lazy. I was resting it on my shoulder.
Oh,
sorry about that.
Habiba.
Right, a way to keep cool.
Hey, Habiba, how's your hot sister?
I am the hot sister.
Oh, are you the hot one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, my sister is slightly plumper.
Well, I like the plumper ladies. OK, well, in that case, Habiba...
but we're both fine.
Okay, I do remember this, yes. You were very rude about your sister once, weren't you?
What? No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were, very rude.
No, I wasn't. Why are you trying to stir up stuff?
I'm not stirring up anything at all.
Okay.
Your
memory is you are known for having a really bad memory.
I just remember you being very, very rude about your sister at one point.
You're a liar.
Okay.
But anyway...
Habiba.
Yeah. What?
Well, that's me now going into your phone call. That's the introduction into your phone call.
Okay. A way to keep cool, baby wipes.
Oh, yeah, I've got a load of baby wipes at the moment.
I tell you what, I carry them everywhere with you, and you just can wipe the back of your neck, your face, under your armpits, and anywhere else. And it just really, and if you put a fan blower on, then you just, it's amazing.
I generally, pretty much when I go out most of the time these days, I have baby wipes in the baby bag, and so I do. You know, they're good to
baby bag.
They're good to cool down, and a little wipe under the pits, little
Definitely.
wipe of the face,
Definitely back of the neck.
back of the neck. I had my hair cut today, and that has cooled me down immensely. It was all a bit big and bushy. I could have done with it a little bit shorter, actually. Whenever I get out of the hairdressers, I always go, wish he'd taken a bit more off. But he's done an excellent job, Joe, as he always does. But, so that instantly makes you feel a bit cooler, doesn't it, having a haircut?
It does indeed. I had all my hair chopped off. I got it done for £2 in Malaysia. Bargain.
I got it done for 40 quid in Soho. Hang on a minute.
You're a mug.
No, I'm not. He does a good haircut, and he's a nice bloke. I like it.
Flipping hell. Hair is hair. It grows back. Who gives a damn? I would never spend that on hair.
Well, I know. I've seen the pictures.
Oh, you cheeky sod.
There we go.
The other thing I want to check
Yes.
is, I hope you said sorry to Eloise about the torn retina, because she was right. You should not be rubbing your eyes. Dr. Moorfields told my mum that. Because
what is this? Habiba, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm
here.
talking about an old podcast because I'm not up to date.
You should not be rubbing your eyes.
Yeah, she said that if you rub your eyes...
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. I'm rubbing.
You'll damage your eyes.
I'm rubbing.
She's talking rubbish.
Listen,
well, you know
listen.
what? You're an idiot.
And you're an idiot. Up yours.
Up yours.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is the best song in the world ever. It's the Monkees, Daydream Believer. I love this.
No, that's not right. Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio. It's sometime after 20 to 1 or thereabouts. Which means it's time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
I forgot I've got a drone. Listen, I've got a drone. Wow. It's good, isn't it? We'll have that. 0330 123 1215, last 15 minutes of the show before Mark Crosley comes in and does his ting. We'll take some calls straight to air. Here are the rules. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. We have a 7-second delay. You will get cut off and you will be banned from calling the show forever. But you can call in and talk about what you want. You can talk about the stuff we've talked about, the conspiracy theories. Part of me wants to do a conspiracy theory special, and then part of me thinks no, because that's what Ian Collins does every other week on TalkSport, and it's really lazy, old-fashioned radio to do it. So I probably won't, but I do like arguing with those people because they talk nonsense. Utter nonsense. I do like a good argument. I prefer a good argument when my voice is a bit better. That will help. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Line 1?
Is that me?
I don't know, is it?
Oh, brilliant. Ian! Finally! Oh, my God. Finally!
You have to stop calling in from a withheld number, otherwise you will never get on.
Is it withheld?
It's withheld.
Oh, my God.
And we don't
sorry.
answer withheld numbers.
I thought it wasn't withheld because it was... I called it myself and it wasn't withheld.
Well, it is...
What? That's so harsh. I hate this phone.
Okay, well, you...
I'm sorry.
Who's the dog in the background? There's someone going...
That's my friend.
Oh, okay, it's a
not
friend.
Dog.
Okay, it's very rude of me to say that, and I apologise. What have you got for us, Amelia?
Because I've been calling for so long. Yeah, Emma, we get the point. The celebrity at the fate thing.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was at school and we had a... It's going to be so pointless now. It's such a letdown. The Edge from U2, his daughters used to go to my school and he was there.
See, that's kind of cool. But did the Edge actually open the Fate?
Yeah.
See, that's brilliant. That's
Yeah,
better than
he-
Beppe or Barry from EastEnders, isn't it?
Can't be a bit of
Because
better.
he paid for like our science block at school and music block.
Wow.
Yeah.
I suppose he's got a few bobbies in. Yes. Well, that was worth 3 hours waiting, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
Hopefully I didn't get charged because I called on my mobile the other day and it cost me €15.
Yeah, you probably would have got charged.
Oh.
Yeah. When if you ring it through to the studio, then you get charged.
Yeah.
So you press button 1. Once you've made that connection, yeah.
Don't call enough withheld.
Yeah. Don't call from withheld. We don't take withheld numbers because we have idiots out there. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, is that me?
I don't know, is it?
Is Reese here?
Oh, it's Reese.
It is indeed. Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear myself on the radio. I assumed that you weren't actually showing me on. I think I sort of misrepresented myself a little bit earlier.
Oh, you're the conspiracy theory guy.
In any way.
Okay. So, Reece, turn your radio off if that's what's on, and is what is confusing you even more than life.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, I'm not confused about life, my friend. I know exactly what life is.
I hate it when people say my friend, because it's just the most patronising. This is coming from a guy who's been bugging me on Twitter, saying that I'm very closed-minded. You have no idea.
I apologise for that. Yeah, I probably made a bit of an assumption there.
Yeah, you did, and this is what you are doing about everything, Reece. You are making assumptions, which is not fair. And it is blinkering you. My mind, my friend, is more. Can I finish a sentence? Can I finish a sentence?
Of course you can.
My mind, my friend, is far more open than yours is.
Okay. Can I say that it's probably fair to say that you made one or two assumptions about me? You assumed that I thought that it was a conspiracy surrounding 9/11.
And I was correct.
No, I never said that there was a conspiracy. What I said was I would welcome an independent investigation.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
It is indeed.
No, this.
I said that I think that the fact that there wasn't an independent investigation shows that the administration at the time had something to hide. That's it. This is what you do, is you answer questions with these vague, sweeping statements. So you think that the administration at the time has something to hide about 9/11? Yes.
What do you think they have to hide?
I'm not entirely certain, but
Don't get... Reece, I haven't got much time. We've got 5 minutes left. Stop dicking me around. Don't give me... I'm not entirely certain. What do you think they have to hide?
I think they have a number of pieces of evidence that they need to account for.
For example?
Like the fact that they found aluminium filings at the base of the Twin Towers, combined with the fact that the...
Right, Reece, I'm genuinely, I'm getting pissed off with you now. I'm going to ask you a question. I would like you to answer the question. Okay?
Right.
What do you think the administration at the time have to hide?
I think that the administration have the fact that there are a number of...
Don't give me there are... He's doing it again, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely getting angry.
Conflicting interests and conflicting evidence from the...
Reece, you are not answering the question. I'm going to ask you this one more time, and then I'm going to cut you off if you do not answer the question. You're being very vague and very non-specific, okay?
Okay. What specifics would you like me to go into?
I don't know. I don't know what mad ideas are floating around in your head. Give me one specific thing you think the administration at the time are hiding about 9/11.
The fact that the administration removed from the United States all members of the Bin Laden family within 24 hours of it happening.
But they're not hiding that. They're not hiding that. They're not hiding that. We know that. What do you think they are trying to hide?
But they haven't given us reasons for why they did this.
Okay, what do you think they are trying to hide?
I think that they're trying to... I think that in that particular instance they were trying to prevent anybody speaking to the Bin Laden family to try and find out whether or not it was Bin Laden that did it. Because that would be the first port of call, wouldn't it? You would go to the person's family and you would ask them if they had any knowledge of anything that was going on.
So you do think that America is behind 9/11?
No, I think that there are a number of questions that need answering, and that in failing to provide...
Why can't you, Reece, why can't you accept that maybe some blokes who hate America for good or bad reasons hijacked some planes and flew them into buildings? Why can't you accept that?
Because of the convenience of it.
The convenience of it? What answer is that? That's not even an answer, Reece. That doesn't mean anything. The convenience of what?
The 9/11 attacks were used as a mandate to go to illegal wars.
Right, OK, I would grant you that the war in Iraq is illegal and is immoral, but couldn't that just be a wonderful coincidence for the American government that they're presented with this opportunity?
I disagree. When you listen to the rhetoric before the 9/11 attacks against Saddam Hussein and the sanctions that George Bush was trying to get passed through the UN before this happened, goes to show that he already had a bee in his bonnet about Saddam Hussein and he wanted him out.
Hello?
Hello?
I want to bring up a conspiracy theory as well, yeah. If we really did go to the moon, how come we ain't done nothing since?
How come what, sorry?
We've done nothing since.
Because that single attack was so devastating, it served to perpetuate the fear that the population needed in order to toe the government line. When people are scared, they look to their leaders for answers. And that's precisely what the 9/11 attacks did. We assumed that Tony Blair was infallible and, we didn't question the fact that they'd taken us to war. Because Tony Blair was supposedly defending this country because we were all scared.
Reece, I'm going to step in, Reece, because what you're doing is you are speaking and you are not listening. You were not asked a question about 9/11 just then. You were asked a question about the moon. And I think this is the problem, Reece, and this is why you are wrong to accuse other people of being closed-minded, because you have displayed several times this evening your own closed-mindedness in that you have hardly responded or attempted to answer or even heard any of the questions that have been put your way.
I'm afraid I'm probably guilty of that. Yeah, I didn't fully.
Well, but Reece, you've been doing that. You're doing it now. You're doing it now. Reece, we've got to go because the show's over.
Okay, no worries, mate.
No worries. Good night, Vinny. Thank you for that.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. That's it. Everyone ended friends, and that's the thing. You can have these discussions and these arguments, and that's all wonderful as long as everybody ends up friends. In the end, Robbie, it's boys' club tomorrow night.
Yes.
Only boys allowed. No ladies are allowed to call in or even listen. It's a boys' special. They can listen if they're in their pants. That's it. But otherwise, it's just boys. Mark Crosby's up next. I'll be back tomorrow at 10, inshallah. Hope you have a good night. Ta-ta.